So, Evan, I've heard you started up a new business, Clarity Consulting,
That's right, Clarity Consulting Services.
and is this like business consulting? What do you do?
No, as the name suggests, Clarity Consulting Services are a chance for me to help you clarify something in your life. It
Hmm.
could be a problem you're having, a challenge, something that you don't like in your life, and or it could be questions, not necessarily negative ones, but you want to get to the bottom of it. You want to find some clarity.
Oh, okay, I see. And how would I get in touch with you? How does it work? Do we sit down together or?
Well, I offer most of my services online, considering I want to be able to offer my services to people all around the world, and thankfully we live in a very amazing era right now, where through the magic of the internet and telecommunications, we have access to people all over the world. So I generally do my consulting by Skype or by telephone. However, if you happen to be in the same location as me, I also am very happy to meet with people in person.
Oh, great. Where are you?
At the moment, I'm in Germany, in Leipzig, Germany.
All right, cool. And what kind of issues, problems, questions do you usually deal with?
I deal with almost everything. Really, there's very few things that don't fall within the realm of my Clarity Consulting Services. But generally, as I said, people might want to talk about challenges they're having in their life, conflicts in the family, in the workplace, with friends, um, things that they are unsatisfied about in their life, dreams,
Hmm.
things they want to achieve but they're not sure how to achieve them.
All right, so you're kind of a sort of a sounding board. Do
You
you
could
give?
say that. I will say, the absolute foundation of my Clarity Consulting Services is first and foremost listening.
Hmm.
And I came up with this idea because, well, for several reasons. Because I've noticed that in our society, there's a great need for listening. I think most people have friends that they can go to if they have a problem, but most people, most friends, they'll have an opinion, a judgment, or they might even be involved in some way in the situation because they feel a connection to you, and so they're not totally neutral, removed from the situation.
Hmm.
And when I listen to other people having conversations, it often seems to me that instead of having a real dialogue, that a lot of people are, two people having simultaneous monologues at the same time. So there's really, I think, a lack of true listening in our society, and that is the core of my Clarity Consulting Services. Beyond that, I offer a number of premium services, such as power questions. I can
What's a power
Power
question?
question. I ask you questions to help you find the answers within yourself,
Hmm.
to lead you, to guide you to this discovery. So the answers, that's one thing I don't do. The answers don't come from me. I help you to find them. That
Okay.
being said, I can also tell you perhaps what people, I've traveled quite a bit to about 25 to 30 countries. I've met all kinds of people around the world, and I might tell you, for example, what other people would say about your problem or your situation. But the answer has to come from within you, has to harmonize with your inner being.
Okay. Yeah, sounds interesting. Great. And is it confidential? Do you record our conversations?
Uh, Generally, I don't. However, if you wish to have them recorded, that's always a possibility.
Okay.
It is absolutely 100% confidential. The only exception is if you express a desire to cause harm to somebody, then I'd be obligated to do something about it. But aside from that, it is 100% confidential. I like to say that I have a sacred listening space. This space, even if it's not a physical place, it's a virtual space, and for me, this is sacred. So whatever is said within there is absolutely 100% confidential.
Hey, great. Sounds really interesting. How would we get started?
Well, generally, you would make an appointment with me, and I would let you talk. You would tell me about what you're thinking. You might not even have a particular problem. Maybe you just want to
Let's
talk.
talk. Sure. What if I'm in a different time zone? And Do you have hours?
I do. I'm pretty flexible. As I said, right now I'm in the European Central Time Zone, and we would have to find a time that works for both of us. However, I think that's possible.
Okay.
Generally hasn't been a problem until now.
Great. Sounds great.